This is question Schrodinger Smiley from Starters 97. So we are given a string consisting of colon, right parenthesis and a left parenthesis. So a Schrodinger Smiley is the one which is basically starts with a colon, has some number of closing brackets and then has a colon. This is one one Schrodinger string. So we want to find the total number of substrings in S that are Schrödinger Smiley. So now how can we approach this question? So whatever string we have, for example, this now, and we need to have some greater than zero number of closing brackets in between two colons. So right, so when do these brackets make sense? When we have a colon, after that only we can count those, right? So the first condition is we need to find a colon for their corresponding brackets, and also we need to find a colon at last for these brackets to make a pair. So the initial condition is we need to find a presence of colon. So once we find it, now we start counting the number of closing brackets, and if we get any opening bracket in between, we need to reset. We cannot use this colon anymore. So we if our boolean variable for this colon was boolean colon, which we can set here to true, right? But in between, if we get an closing bracket and suppose we keep another variable sum, which will count the number of closing brackets between. So for this we will set our colon, which is boolean, to true. Then we'll start counting the number of opening pairs. But if we find any closing bracket before uh, colon, we need to reset it, because this colon cannot be used, and this closing bracket makes no sense. So now our colon is false and sum is 0, because none of these closing brackets make sense. So now, so we travel again. So this makes again this brackets in between make no sense because our colon is false. But after that we have a colon, right? So after that we can set our colon to true, and as our sum is 0. But now as our colon is true, we can count these two closing brackets, so our sum becomes 2 here at this position. Now we have a colon and our sum is greater than 0, so we can say that we have appearance of a Schrodinger string, and we can increase our count by 1. So this is the basic idea to count the number of pairs. Seeing the code, it will make more sense. So I initialized an integer c which will count all the Schrodinger Smileys, uh, int current, which will which is basically the similar to the analogy of the boolean in that case. And we have another variable sum which will count the number of closing brackets. So if we have a colon, we can set our current to 1, and if it was initially 1 and our sum was greater than 0, sum means the number of closing brackets in between, we can increase the number of smileys, or and after that we can reset the number of closing brackets to 0, right? or if the character is closing bracket and we have colon is equal to true, which means current is equal to 1, we can increase the sum, right? Or and if we get an opening bracket in between, which was this case, we need to make our colon false and sum is equal to 0, as this colon and brackets were of no use any longer. So and after that we can simply print out C. So this question, for this question, I think this is enough, and it was a pretty simple question. If you have any doubt or want further clarity, you can comment in the post. Thank you.